What if the version of you that you're trying to become is actually the version of you that existed before the world told you who you should be? Hey, this is Steph, and welcome to the Together Moving Forward podcast. A podcast helping 2S LGBTQI plus people embrace self love and self respect so you can celebrate yourself with pride. By the end of this episode, you'll discover how to reconnect with your true identity before fear and shame shaped it, practical shifts to build real self-love and self-respect from within, how to transform your story into strength and live with authentic pride. Today's conversation is about stopping survival mode and fully embracing your LGBTQ plus identity with pride and self-love. This episode will show you how. Hello again, I'm Steph Vachon, and I'm a human being. Welcome back to the Together Moving Forward podcast. Embrace your 2S LGBTQI plus identity with pride through self-love. No matter where you stand in the 2S LGBTQI plus spectrum, we're all connected. And if you ever struggle and fully love to respect yourself, you're not alone. And this podcast is here to help you. As someone who has navigated my own journey of self-acceptance as a queer, I know the power of hearing voices that reflect our experiences. In this podcast, you'll hear real stories and conversation that leave you with practical tools, fresh perspectives, and the confidence to embrace who you are with pride. To start, I need to say that I'm not a psychologist, a specialist, or someone with a college degree. I'm just a regular guy here to share with all of you and support each other. I'll share my journey, and we will all share our journeys together. We'll learn from each other how to move forward. Today's episode is very special to me because today I'm stepping into something new, something that honestly has been building inside of me for a long time. And today I'm finally ready to share it with you. I officially created my very first LGBTQ plus keynote speech for our community. It's called From Survival to Self-Love, How I Finally Learned to Embrace My LGBTQ plus identity with pride, and how you can too. And this is not just a talk. It's my story, my truth, my healing. And today, I want to take you behind it. Let me ask you something. What if the version of you that you're trying so hard to become is actually the version of you that existed before the world told you who you should be? Think about that for a second. This keynote came from years of silence, years of shame, years of feeling like I had to hide parts of myself just to survive. And at some point, I realized something very important. I couldn't stay silent anymore, not just for me, but for all of us. Because I know I'm not the only one who has felt this way. For so many of us in the LGBTQ plus community, we carry things that nobody sees. Shame that was never ours, fear of not being enough, fear of not being loved, fear of not being safe. And what do we learn to do? We perform, we smile, we adapt, we survive, but we don't live. And for most of my life, that's exactly what I was doing. I was just surviving. I want to share a moment with you, one that stayed with me for the rest of my life. Okay, I was in Paris, touring with ice shows, standing at the top of the Eiffel Tower. And for years, I believed that when I would finally get there, I would feel proud, accomplished, happy, like I had finally become someone. But when I got there, I felt empty, completely empty. I remember looking at the entire city in front of me and feeling like I had never been more alone in my whole life. And that moment broke something in me because I realized you can reach the top of the world and still feel like nothing inside. And that's when everything started to change. Not overnight, not magically, but slowly. That was the moment I started to understand that I wasn't missing success. I wasn't missing validation. I was missing myself. And that's where my healing journey truly began. Therapy, writing, facing my story, telling myself the truth for the first time, and choosing to finally come back to myself. And that's exactly what this keynote is about. It's about the path I took from survival to self love. And if I had to simplify everything into three powerful shifts, it would be this: one, reclaim who you are. Who were you before the shame, before the fear? That version of you still exists. You didn't lose yourself, you just adapted to survive. Two, heal your relationship with yourself. The longest relationship you will ever have is with yourself. And most of us, we speak to ourselves in ways we would never speak to someone we love. Healing starts there, with compassion, with boundaries, with respect. Three, turn your pain into purpose. Your story is not something to hide, it's something that can heal you and others. That's why I created this podcast. That's why I created this keynote, because I didn't want my story to end in silence. So today, if you're listening to this and something in you feels seen, understood, or even just a little less alone, I want you to know something. You're not broken. You were never broken. And if you're part of an organization, a school, a company, or a community, and you want to create a space where people feel safe, seen, and empowered, I would be honored to bring this keynote to you. You can find all the details on my website, togethermovingforwardpodcast.com, under speaking. And before we leave today, I want to come back to something. Ask yourself this question: what have you done today to make you feel proud? And more importantly, what will you do? Because your life is not meant to be lived in survival mode. It's meant to be lived with truth, with pride, with self respect. And together, we are moving forward. I'm always looking for inspiring guests for the podcast, and I would love to have you or someone you know share your journey with pride. The world needs your story. It has the power to change lives, and your voice matters. Reach out and send me an email today. It is already time to say au revoir just for now. Join me every Monday and Thursday for brand new episodes of the Together Moving Forward podcast, and learn how to embrace your true LGBTQI plus identity with pride through self-love. Wherever you're from in the world, we are all connected. Remember, solidarity beats hate. The more we unite, the stronger we become. Because at the end of the day, we are all equally human and we all deserve the same rights. One last thing before I go. Put your hand on your heart and repeat after me. Yes, you and me together. I am so much stronger than I ever believed I could be. Oh, yes, I am so much stronger than I ever believed I could be. From shame, guilt, silence, and rejection to pride, freedom, healing, and love, together moving forward. Thank you so much for being here with me today and for sharing this journey with me. I truly appreciate you. And if this message resonates with you and you feel like this keynote could make a difference in your community, your organization, or your audience, I would truly love to connect with you. Details at togethermovingforwardpodcast.com under speaking. See you real soon. Ciao. Do you know anyone in the LGBTQ plus community who feels disconnected from their true self, wishing they could embrace their identity with confidence and pride? Share this episode now and help them step into self-love and self-respect so they can truly celebrate who they are with pride, feel empowered, and make a real difference in our community.